What is going on, guys? Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems, back from Worlds, and this is the IPF Worlds recap. All the images that you see on screen are going to be from Worlds. There might be a couple that aren't. I believe the first one with me and Rachel is not from Worlds. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. How's it going, guys? Worlds, IPF Worlds. Before I kind of talk about how people did, I'm just going to go, over each lifter kind of briefly, how they place and stuff like that. I just wanted to say that, for me, this competition was special. It was special because a lot of these lifters, well, first off, none of these lifters had ever been to Worlds before. Maybe Mikey for geared lifting, but I'm not sure. I want to say no. But so for me to have to bring 6 new lifters to IPF Worlds is for the first time is an amazing feeling. I've been every single one of these lifters has a journey or that they've been on. Some of them have been with me for years. It's just crazy to be I'm just so thankful and so lucky to have these loyal young lifters that are determined and give me their 100% and ready to get better. And when you work hard and you stick together, you end up going far. Especially when both the lifter and the coach really want to see them do well. So 6 of my own, and then Daniela, who Sean coaches, and then Matt. I believe Sean had one more guy whose name I'm forgetting, but they're like the extended Flex fam, so I'm not going to take credit for them, but I am, around as a reference. But Sean, does all their stuff, and he just kind of like bounces ideas off me if he needs it. But yeah, it was awesome to have. So I guess you could say eight of us. Really six of my children, and then 2 kind of extended family. All together, we brought home. So not counting single lifts, because if I were to count single lifts, there would be like a billion medals. But I believe just from me alone, we had 3 silvers, and so this is going to be in the total: 3 silver, 1 gold, 3 silver, 1 gold, a bronze, and then we had somebody tie for 3rd and then lose on body weight, so they got 4th. They got 4th, or they either got chipped by 2.5 kilos. So it was very close. I just remember the last deadlift being like right down to the wire, and we absolutely needed them to miss, and they did not. And then if you count Daniela, that's another gold. But incredible to bring that many people and for that many to hit the podium against all those different countries. I'm like having trouble making this video because I don't even know what to say. It's like I'll always remember it. Just like my last Worlds, 2016 Worlds that I went to with John. That was a historical, memorable event. And then we had this one with all these younger lifters. We had Russ going against Gibbs. I am going to do a meet recap on Russ's entire meet. I'm going to literally go through the entire thing. And I'm just going to talk about, kind of his prep, some of the things he was going through, some of the choices I made, attempt selection on meet day, everything. Just Coach's Corner. You guys know. But yeah, so we'll start from the top. We had Andres, I believe, up first, competing in the 59 kg juniors. Basically, he hit all his lifts, and we needed his opponent to try to catch us. So it was the same scenario that happened at collegiate nationals, where there was a big deadlifter, and he was trying to pull over us, and we needed him to miss. Thankfully, he missed, and we ended up winning the gold there, and it was awesome. Awesome, because Andres had a tough nationals with me. His weight cut didn't go so well, and I told him, hey man, like, this is gonna be only up from here. You're gonna learn from this. And we're gonna make something good. We're gonna take this negative and gain all the information we need from it and flip it around and turn it into a positive, and that's exactly what we did. So amazing story behind Andres, crazy journey to see him just battle through what he went through at nationals, make the weight cut. I think he lost like 20 pounds from the heaviest he was to get down to weight, and to see him get the gold medal on the world stage, that was awesome. Next, Sophia, she, long story short, she had a little bit of trouble with her weight cut, and really quickly while we're on the topic, whenever you see people do these crazy weight cuts, and then, like, if they pull it off and they do well, it makes it seem like, oh man, like I gotta do that. It's so easy. It's I could do a cut. It's no problem. I'll just do a cut. But when you're actually doing it on a 2-hour weigh-in, and you have to down all that sodium, it's actually really hard. And it was. I do believe Sophia gave her best effort, but it was just too much for her body to handle. She's not a big person. She's a small, 52 kg, and have to down all that water and sodium after, she had to sweat a little bit and spit, I believe, to make weight. Her body just wasn't able to keep it down. So that was unfortunate. I do believe it affected her squats and deadlifts. The meet was extremely fast, so pretty much everybody was gassed on deads. If they grinded their third squat, then their deadlift was compromised, and that was very apparent through the entire competition, not just with some of my guys, but literally the entire meet. It was the fastest meet I've ever seen, and I've been through an Arnold with a 6-man flight, so that was insane. It was literally like an hour, barely an hour, maybe if that, between their squat and their first deadlift. I'm actually really curious. I might check the live stream and see. But she gave it her all. Came very close to hitting the podium. But it's all good. She probably never expected to get to Worlds when she hit me up. She listens. She does her job, and there it is. Next, I believe we had Abby. So Abby was representing Singapore. She actually went to, I believe, India to do their nationals. She won. She had a pretty aggressive weight cut. She made the weight. She was able to rehydrate everything that, gain her weight back. Had a great squat. I believe she hit 353. If she's wrong, I'm sure she'll tell me. Bench, that third bench was just a little heavy. But she left it all out there. There was nothing left she had in the tank, so I'm not mad at it. And whenever you leave it all on the platform, you can't be mad because, you should never get mad, but you can't be disappointed because at the end of the day, that's the goal. You don't want to overdo it too much. We have to make increments, jumps of 2.5 kg. We can't jump 3 pounds, 2 pounds, 1 pound. Unless you're going for a world record, which is a whole different thing. So in the squat, she actually got a gold medal, which was the first gold medal that Singapore had ever received. So that's, like, I said this on Facebook, when I'm dead and in the ground, that will still be there. So it was awesome to be a part of that. Abby's a trooper. She listens. She does what she's supposed to do. She asks me, useful questions. She wants to learn and things like that, and it shows. It really shows. So, as you guys can tell, I'm really fucking proud of everyone. Then we had Simon. Simon was representing Canada. Simon, how did he do? He got sick 2 weeks out, and we were kind of like, all right, coming into the competition, we're not really too sure what he'll be capable of, but that's why we just have to be smart, pick good numbers, and see what's there on the day. He ended up doing better than expected, but I can only imagine how well he would have done had he not gotten sick at all. He even exceeded, expectations on bench, or he exceeded, like, he basically lost nothing on bench. When we did sandbag a little bit, There was a little bit of discrepancy between the Canadian coaches and you know, and what I wanted to do and what Simon felt that he had, but you know, luckily we were able to get away with the silver. I believe, you know, first place was out of reach, so we just stayed in the pocket, you know, made sure that nobody caught us. Worlds is a different competition, you know. It's not all about PRs. It's about doing what you need to do to secure your slot. You know, your placing and bring home a medal for your country. So next up was Mikey, Big Mikey, RPE 1 million third squat. I believe that roasted him for deadlift. He had a great bench, huge bench. It was the same weight that he hit at the Arnold, but it was way faster. There was something weird going on with a handoff, so we just kept it safe and took a small jump and made sure not to screw anything up. But he started to get better as the attempts went on. I think, I don't know if it was with him or with the rest, but I literally had to like walk out there and be like, "Yo, handoff guy, like come give us a handoff," because they were just so busy, you know, worried about other things. But Mikey did great. I believe he pulled 722 or 716. We did a small jump and he was just gassed by that point. But again, he left it all out there. He was in another situation where first place was just so, you know, crazy out of reach, that we just wanted to stay, you know, secure that second place and, you know, walk away with another medal. Next up is Russell. I'm not going to go too in detail with him just because, like I said, I'm going to do the meet recap, but I believe he went 8 for 9, low gas on deadlifts. He left everything out there. I think he may have had a tiny bit more on bench, but that's really it. Secured the silver. Congratulations to Gibbs. It's been a long time coming. So it's great to see him, you know, finally get his day. Russ is young. Russ, you know, it's his first World Championships, and I'm really excited to see what, you know, we can put together in the future, because I know there's a meet that Russ can have that I've seen glimpses of his strength, you know, just him grinding in the gym, and once we put it together on the day, it's gonna be amazing to see. And then Daniela competed and absolutely obliterated everything. So that's pretty self-explanatory. You guys can peep her performance on the gram, as you can all these lifters on Instagram. All their summaries are up on there. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That's, you know, how everybody did. Canada was nice. The weather was clear. The weather was crispy. A little chilly, but you know, nothing too crazy. I wouldn't mind going there again, especially Calgary. You know, it seemed like a really cool place. And you know, Worlds is awesome. For me, this Worlds was because I had so many people going. I really wanted to just do everything that I could to make sure they had the best chance possible, and you know, just to kind of release some stress. So you know, I actually put up like $2,000 of my own money, just, you know, disperse it amongst them. Those that needed it, you know, not everybody needed it, but it felt really, really good just to give back to my people that have been with me for so long and that have, you know, worked hard and, you know, just like, I think why it was so meaningful for me is because I get to see them every single day. I get to see them in the gym. I get to see them grinding. I know what they're going through with their work, school, relationships, all that stuff. So to see them bring it together and meet everybody and see everybody and put it all on the platform, it's one of the most rewarding things about what I do. Jesus, guys. Fuck. No, we're good. We're chilling. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to close out this video. Canada was great. Worlds was awesome. Tina had a blast. Tina was helping out with the juniors. It's always great to see all those countries. You know, in the past, Nationals has been like my big meet, the big meet where I try to really just bring the heat, bring the team, and just kind of, you know, try to dominate as best we can. But I don't know. It's evolving to the point where, you know, nationals. I already know that we're gonna do damage. It's like looking at worlds now. Like, what do we got to do to, you know, make sure I can get a good amount of people going to worlds, and that we're, you know, bringing home them infinity gems. So, you know, I'm really excited for this nationals. I'm actually gonna have 120s. I had 93s last year. I think I'm gonna have a couple 105s. It'll be good. 83s. Like, I'm gonna be a lot deeper in terms of you know, competitive lifters. And you know, shout out to my man Joe Hardy. He's always an X factor. That guy is absurdly strong, and if he can put it together, and put up the meat that I know he can put up, I think, you know, it's gonna be good in that 105 primetime session. But yeah, guys, the next couple videos. So we got the meet recap with Russ. You know, right now I'm not really doing a lot of training for myself. Like, I can't actually train. I mean, I can train, but I'm letting my hip kind of heal up. I got my PRP injection today. Still sleep deprived, but it was nice to finally get that out of the way. You know, I'm gonna be out of the lower body for at least 5 days. And Tina has been really, you know, on me about it. She's not letting me go back early like I did last year. So I'm gonna try to just let everything heal up. And this is gonna help put me in a position to really push for solid nationals. For me, in terms of lifting, I mean, of course the team comes first, but if I can manage to put something decent up, that'll be fun. And there's, I believe, less people doing this nationals just because it's so far away. And if I sound like drowsy or incoherent or something, it's because I've just been awake for so long. I was up at 5. It was hard for me to go back to sleep, and I just, you know, bouncing around all day. So I'm shutting down. But me recap with Russ. I'll get some informative videos out. We hit 3K subs, which is not a lot, but it's a lot to me. Especially because the way that my channel is structured, I literally do this just to kind of, it's like an extension of what I'm doing on social media and at these competitions. It's just a way to talk to you guys. It's a way to kind of go a little bit more in detail, you know, behind why some of the reasons I do what I do, or maybe you guys are interested in coaching and you just want to get a feel for my mannerisms or how I am. So yeah, I think YouTube is nice for that. It's a very low stress thing, you know. It's almost like something I do because I like it. I don't want it to be something that's not enjoyable or, you know, interactive. I don't want it to become a stress thing or a fake thing. I want it to be, you know, just me sitting down talking to you guys. So if you made it this far, you are a real one. Holy shit. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.